PGA Tour 2K21. I'm on the PS4, but just wanted to show some of the basics because it can be a little bit confusing. On the right of the screen, you'll see the ball, the circle on your screen with the white line through it, and then the arch above it going around the ball. But the white line going through the circle, all that represents is the straightness of your joystick as you pull back and then go forward. So when you have the joystick, whichever joystick you pick to use, right or left, same thing. But when you pull back for your backswing and then go forward for your follow through, that white line with the blue line now just shows the path that my joystick took. So you just want that to be as straight as possible. The power line under my feet, the bar going under my feet, is just the amount of power you put into your swing for how far the ball is going to go. If you look at the top right, I'm using the lob wedge. That will go around 83 yards if I hit it full power. So if I hit it, say, half power right there, it would go around 40, 41 and a half, whatever. But it's just a fraction of that number in the top right. You see the arch going around the ball on the right side of the screen. That is a representation of the speed that you move the joystick from the bottom up to swing. The speed that you go down and up, or not down, but just up. That, how it says very slow there, that means I moved it from the bottom to the top too slow. Again, if you do it, have it at your backswing, and then go up as fast as you can, then you're going to get it fast. So you have to do it. That bar just represents the speed that you go from the bottom to the top. So just pull it back, and that was still fast, but as you get better, you'll get the right speed there. So on a normal swing, and you can also practice your swing by just getting the timing down and watch it go to the full power, and just pull it down, but don't go forward, and you'll get your practice timing. So go down, up, and that fast just means I moved it from the bottom to the top too fast. What you want to do is you want to time it. It can help with the animation of the guy swinging the club to time it with the smoothness of him getting to the very top and then forward. If you time that, that can be an easier way to get the feeling down for doing it all in the right speed. But as far as the speed of your swing, it doesn't have anything to do with how long you hold it down or anything. It's just the actual speed of the movement. And you can get more power if you hold it down longer. But as you hold it down longer, if you look into the right circle on the right of the screen, that white line, it will get smaller as you hold it longer. That means when it gets smaller, that means the area for mistake gets smaller. So the smaller the mistake, if you make a mistake, it gets exaggerated as those lines get smaller. When you pull it to the end of the power bar, watch, those lines will get smaller on the right of the screen. See how they get smaller? So if you're going to really hammer the ball at 102% swing power, it's going to make your mistakes more exaggerated if you happen to make them. But if you hit it just at normal power, they stay the normal size, and your mistakes aren't quite as noticeable. I'm playing on Pro-Am, so it's more of a beginner setting anyways. But if you hit L1 for your true shot, that will give you the left joystick and the right. If you go to the left and you watch that blue line going up from my ball, that will add, I'm not sure if it's fade or draw, but it'll curve the ball. If you were, say, had to go around a tree or something like that, if you go to the left, it'll go right and then come back left. And if you go to the right, and then if you go to the joystick to the left, the ball will start to the left and then go back to the right in more of an arch. If you go up on the ball, that would be like your guy hitting the ball at the top of the ball, and that would make it, you can see it if I move to the side, but that'll make the arch, the trajectory of the ball, lower when you hit it. If you go to the bottom, it'll be a higher trajectory. And that will also affect the distance that the club's going to go. If you go lower, you'll have less effect. If you have a lower trajectory, you'll have less effect by the wind. And if you go higher, you'll have a higher effect with the wind. And then the marker on the right for your right joystick is, I'm not sure if it's also where you're hitting the ball, but it ends up being your backswing. So if you hit this ball down, it'll have more of a backwards rotation on it and end up sort of traveling a shorter distance. Once it bounces, it won't roll quite as far. If you take it up, it'll have a little bit more of a forward spin on the ball when you hit it, and it will roll a little bit further. But just one more regular swing. Just take the joystick down. When it gets to the end, follow through. And if your timing is all right with it, the perfect is just the speed, that way you go from the bottom to the top. And hopefully that helps clarify what you're doing on PGA Tour 2K21. Have fun, guys. Later.